We are now in the realm of the Queen of the Dead. This is the Netherworld. If this is all you want, let me go now.
Now do you understand how that dragon felt? I'll have you accompany me until we find Brom.
Melvin ordered me to bring him here. That is all. I know not where he is. Why not ask that spirit over there?
What? Would it respond to me? Can I ask a question? Do you know of Brom, the blacksmith who was brought here? Nothing.
In Palace, the dwarf who designs jeweled weapons. The queen is keeping him there.
Thank you. It seems Brom is safe. Beldor? Well, I'm not frightened. I can do this alone.
How can I be in this shape? And strut around where the Holly are lurking? If they ever find me... Oh!
It seems that there have been many fools wandering the abyss of death lately. These cursed souls also enter the Queen's realm without fear.
Frankly, he kind of deserves that for being such a shit. Missed. That's, new. Whoop. Well, that's something. At the very least, I like the visual change. It's also been like an hour since I recorded the last little chunk, because I'm trying to get a bunch of stuff done, because I've been a lazy piece of crap with trying to get videos out to you guys, especially for this LP. And, it just occurred to me, man, her shots are so fast. I also like this little baby hop I can do, and just keep spamming it. Oh yeah, we're full on junk. We should probably fix that when we get to a nearby shop. Yeah, we should definitely fix that. I'm looking forward to whatever her super technique is. All the characters have them. We had Gungnir for Gwendolyn and Khalidbolg for Cornelius. So I'm interested what we'll eventually get for her and how cool it'll look. Ah. I keep trying to pick stuff up instinctively when it's like, nah, I can't hold it. I could look at my inventory right now and clear some stuff out, but where's the fun in that? Where is the fun in that? Let's see. We can pick up a new skill in this area as well. I think what I'll do is buy things from this lovely man.
I have poison if you want. Unfortunately.
No, I'm good. I'm not. No real interest in poison, but, you know, thank you for the offer. It's always great to have people that, you know, at the very least, offer cool stuff for you. You know, if we want to go ahead and pretend that that was cool stuff. We'll pick a couple shrimps here. What do we got on the area map? And what we got here? Okay, so this is shrimp and cheese. Cheesy shrimps. Shrimp and cheese shrimps. Cheese shrimp. We should sell, actually. We need money. I know you got poison. I know you do. Let's sell some stuff in bulk, particularly the rank 1 materials, as they are rank 1, and thus I do not care about them. Oh, look, we have 800 cyclones. Guess what? I pretty much never use cyclones. It's rare if I do, so not interested. Really not. And seeds. Yeah, I can't say I have too much interest in them either. Alright, now that we did that, I would like to buy 2 cheeses. Actually, 1 cheese. Because I only have 2 shrimp. I'm gonna make 2 cheesy shrimps, unless the pepperoncino thing is worth more. Say this because this area is saying stuff like, these enemies are level 24 and I'm level 15, so maybe Glass Cannon needs just a little bit of food. Yeah, put that next to the table. Even though it's hanging off over a cliff, so technically we shouldn't be doing that, but you know, whatever. Cheesecake. Yuck. Actually, cheesecake is good, but I was looking at the experience again. Shrimp Doria. Yeah, that is. Her level is going to fucking explode. Let's see it. 1? That wasn't 1.
Will that be all?
That.
Well? Is there anything else?
Well.
Thank you very much.
I think we're good now. I think we're relatively on pace. We're 2 levels technically under the I guess the suggested level, but we're on easy, so it doesn't really matter. But that much should definitely make us a little stronger, and most importantly, mean we won't die as much. I say that, I have not died once in Mercedes. You know what, I feel bad. I feel bad because part of me is like, I need to get these videos done, and I also don't care about difficulty. But whenever I record something like this, I'm recording it in bulk, because that's just how I've always done my channel. And I fear that people are actually going to be upset that I'm playing on an easier difficulty, you know? I mean, one of the first episodes that came out for this, I think I was playing on a hard mode, and people were bitching at me because I didn't use the dodge button correctly, so... You know, you never know with those kind of people. So, I'll do people a favor. The next room I do, I'm gonna play it on hard. How about that? We will find a happy medium. Spirit that fires ricocheting magic bullets. Ah, so she just has multiple little things that can just attack. So, we're gonna do a room on hard. Then it makes the video a little interesting. But if people don't know this, I actually really like my audience. Like, I like you guys a lot. So I'm always afraid of, like, it's like, oh, I never want people to hate me. That's why a lot of times I try to... that's about it. I don't want my audience to hate me. That's about it. So, we're gonna do this room on hard to prove that I'm a cool gamer person and stuff. And see how this goes. So now you know why we don't play the game on hard. So now we're gonna go back to easy now. Yeah, let's go. Look at this guy, he's no challenge at all. Look at this. Look at this. He's so easy. Man, I'm the master of video games. And that's 1 meter down. I did about 1/4 of his meter with those shots earlier on hard mode. That is definitely a difference. I'll say this though, his attacks actually kind of hurt, regardless. It out of here. I just remembered I had this sick beam. Yeah, at least I can count on that to stagger him up a little bit. Alright, next up, we got a little bit of this. We need to get out of here. Oh my god, I'm gonna die anyway. unclench a little bit. Last thing I want to do is start losing on easy mode. But then again, the difficulty in this type of situation, it's like for a game like this, much of the difficulty that I'm going to have is what my current stats are compared to what my opponent's stats are. He's still doing the exact same moves that I expect a Holias type boss to do as from my multiple playthroughs of these. What the fuck was with that arm? Alright, that's the newer move that they gave him. But, it's like he does what I expect him to do, and fights the way I expect him to fight. It all comes down to how much grinding you want to do off the screen. You know how much I want to do? What do you mean you don't know? Oh, that's because there's none. I don't want to do any. None. Not at all. No, thank you. Yeah, I usually try to make I try my best to make my videos, you know, funny, entertaining, informative, that kind of thing. I've always tried to mix. Commentary's kind of evolved through in a lot of different ways. But before I go into a tangent about that, just wanted to say, the second I fucking decided for myself that I was going to put this on an easier difficulty, I felt pretty sad about it. Or I, you know, felt worried that I'm like, man, I don't want to piss anyone off about it. And some people may say, that's stupid, KZ. You're afraid about pissing people off about how you play a video game in a series of videos that they cannot watch. But I like my audience. I like to keep them around, you know? I think they're cool and stuff. And I like you guys, and I like having an audience. Granted, it's an extremely small audience, but it's an audience that I appreciate, so... I'm just that kind of person. Where it's like, I don't want to do something that makes people upset, you know? I won't be that guy. There have been many times in which I have put out videos in which I have kind of heavily criticized the game, and I felt like I was being too harsh in my own opinions, and have kind of like cut that specific part. The most recent one being Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth. That was a Let's Play we did on this channel. I think that game is, well, I think it's quite disappointing. And I feel like it, you know, I have a lot of words about that game, and they aren't all completely kind in how it does a lot of stuff it does. And I ended up, you know, the video I put out for it just seemed overly negative. And I try to keep myself as positive as possible. But then it's like I also want to give my, you know, my thoughts on something, whether it's good or whether it's bad. And that ends up, no, it ends up being a weird thing, you know? Does that mean that I, you know, end up, like, not bringing it up if I think something's bad or stupid in the game? No, not really. Oh, man, there's bad time again. But, it just means that I'm typically going to try my best to, not devote an entire video to just bitching. I feel like whenever I go on a tangent on something that may potentially be a negative topic, I kind of try my best to stay away from that when I'm making these types of videos.
I can do this.
And it's whether, you know, talking about like certain games getting censored or of some sort. Like I went through a couple of passes on commentary for Tokyo Mirage Sessions video. One of those videos I was talking about the censorship, or better word for it, localization that game has gotten, and how it's pretty bad in terms of cut content and altered content. And it's just, I want this channel to be positive, I want it to be fun, but I also want, you know, if I'm gonna be critical about something, I'm gonna be critical about it. But I also try to limit myself on how critical I actually am of something. It's a weird balance, and it's a balance I don't know if anyone else who makes content, I don't know if anyone else who makes content watches my content, because really, why would you? But it's a tightrope that I walk, that I choose to But I choose to walk here at KZ Enterprises. And that brings me to a question. Let's ask questions, folks. Why do you watch? What do you watch my videos for? Watch them because they're funny? Do you watch them because of the game, the story? It's like, why do you watch them? You know, because I actually think I offer a lot of different things with these videos. Some LPs, like this one, are games that I have played before. In this case, it's a remaster, so it's doing it with a different twist. And I feel like really early on in my LP career on this channel, to which I had been doing videos since 2009. It is 2016, 7 years plus going. Jesus Christ. Feel like as I've been going through like my LP stuff, now I'm on a tangent, so I actually can't go through the door. You're getting a longer video as a result. Let's go find something to fight. Oops, we're gonna go left. Feel like I started this channel, and I was a lot of my personal style at the time was very much influenced by Let's Play forums I was on, which were at the time letsplayforum.com, and one that was split off and made by many of the friends that I'm friends with now, or am still friends with to this day, rather, back in 2009, 2010. Actually, it was more like 2008, 2009, to be honest, for that, which was Don't Turn Off the Game, which, my commentary and the way I did videos back then, it was very, very different as to how I do it now, because, you know, in those communities, there was a certain way of doing things. You didn't just... It isn't like it is now, because Let's Playing was this niche thing, because one, YouTube was never going to give you money or a partnership at all for doing video game videos, so that was never even a thought in anyone's mind. Next to no one did anything for donations at all, either. Streaming wasn't that big. The biggest site for streaming at the time, I feel like, was either Blog TV or Ustream, so it's like Let's Playing was so small, with, you know, a couple of big people that had maybe 20, 30,000 subs instead of the 15 million or whatever. And I feel like a lot of the way Let's Playing worked was, no, everyone's like, nah, you can't do RPGs or shit like that. It's too fucking long, and, you know, you gotta be informative and stuff. And there's a lot of style. There's a lot of ways of doing things, and as a result, I, you know, did it in the same way where I didn't really... I kind of did everything in post-commentary and kind of figured out how I wanted to... it was just mostly informative schlock for a lot of it, and I definitely changed in that time. Obviously, I'm doing it differently. You know why? If I was doing this in post, I wouldn't do a lot of uhs and awkward pauses and start going on semantics that make no sense. We're gonna fight the boss here, and then I'll keep talking about this.
Oh, an illusion. Queen Mercedes, 'tis you!
I'm glad I found you.
Were you sent here too? Didn't you become queen after defeating Melvin's rebellion?
Brom, I came here to rescue you.
What in blazes? The queen came for me? I cannot thank you enough.
I need your help. Now come, follow me.
The insects are restless. You shall not escape, Brom. You will continue to serve me by crafting your wonderful jewelry. is what your life is for.
I am Mercedes, Queen of the Fairies. Queen Odette, I wish to speak with you.
Who your people choose to rule is no concern of mine. This is where human souls are destined to rest. This place means nothing for you fairies who live like the mist. You thieves who steal my belongings. All I need is to crush the bugs who have crawled in here.
I guess talking to you is out of the question.
Hey, surprise, we're fighting the same boss we always fight inside this place. I know. Quite a swerve, isn't it? But yeah, I've definitely changed the way I do commentary for my LP stuff. I think it was around the time that I started this channel where I changed it to live-based commentary and stuff like that, which, obviously I prefer. It was also back in the day I didn't really have an easy way to do that. Like, I actually started getting decent, bare minimum equipment for the time for Let's Playing back in 2009 when we started this channel, because I had done other channels before this. And, well, yeah, like I started getting into, you know, I was still doing relatively informative commentary stuff for my videos, but I eventually started changing things up as it went, doing a lot more reactionary stuff. Like, I had a thing where I did not talk during any type of cinematic cutscene or anything like that, and just letting it play out, which I still do, for the most part. But I've been a bit more lax in how I do that. Like, I've decided, you know, if there's something I want to bring up or something like that, I feel like I can do that. Typically, though, I like to let the game speak for itself in a lot of ways, because that's kind of what it's about. Like, showing off a cool game and just getting into it, you know? Again, maybe not everyone likes that. Maybe not everyone cares about that. I kind of care about that to a decent degree. But I've kind of gotten to this point where it's like, I just want to make a cool, entertaining video. Can I get off your legs? Thank you. But LPing, for the most part, for me, in the beginning of this channel, was about showing off cool games and just making fun videos for people. And, that is a new attack from her, by the way. Just her shooting the poison like that. Never seen it. So is that. Never seen that. But, definitely have changed things up. I do have a bit of a focus on just, hey, it's KZ. He's doing another fucking Let's Play. You know, gonna have my own commentary on there, my own thoughts. I've been doing a lot more blind-related LPs. Like, that's the majority of my output is me playing a JRPG for the first time. And that was another thing where I decided, you know, instead of just doing heavily post-commentated games that were somewhat obscure that people should know about, which is kind of what Let's Play forums kind of basically told you to do, I decided to do what I preferred, which was JRPGs, because as a person who spent much of the teenage life being fucking poor, and also liking, you know, anime-style RPGs and just, you know, that just style of thing, like, I prefer that stuff. And it's also, they end up also being cheap games that have a lot of hours you can put into them, so. That I like telling the story. Not as many people do JRPGs than, say, you know, other games. So, we're gonna run to the right side and take her out, but I've liked how my LP stuff's developed. I don't really know how we got to the subject. It was probably had something to do with me talking about how I like my viewers. By the way, I like you guys. You should, if you like me, like this video. I don't ask often. I think I've earned it. I've made a whole video today. Yo, I beat that bitch. Anyway, we're done. I'll see you next time. In this cutscene, I'll say something inappropriate.
How dare you shoot that sickening red jewel? happening?
Oh my god,
King
those
Galen
tits.
is upset. Why is he acting up now? Get more chains! Tie him down! Come, Arya. Don't waste your time on that one.
I don't know what just happened, but I think we're safe. Let's get out of here.
You want me to create another cipher? Are you asking me to forge another Belder-Reaver? I'm sorry. Even if it is the Queen's command, I cannot perform this task.
No, Brom. You can do this without selling a soul to the Halya.
'Tis impossible. I cannot create a cipher as enormous as the Baelor.
It doesn't need to be large, as long as it can compete with the Demon Lord's Baelor.
I cannot create a cipher as powerful and destructive as the Baelor, but a cipher that is able to break the Baelor itself. A different design. Interesting. Let's try it.